Hey guys, so I know a lot of you have asked about a small video to do with how we've adapted to the snow here in the winter here and just in general what it's like. So this is that video and I'm going to get right into it. First things first is having a country that can actually be equipped for the snow and the winter makes such a difference. So when you compare it to England, you know, we get the tiniest bit of snow and the tiniest bit of ice and it's just havoc, and you know, you cannot drive anywhere. It's totally unsafe. Everything shuts down, just total chaos. And I've noticed a lot of that is because we're just not equipped for it in the UK, whereas here in Finland you've got things like lots and lots of snowplows. Most people have the snowplow part on the front of their car. You can actually buy it to put it on. Nearly everyone will have a handheld like shovel for the driveways. So that's a major difference in the fact that they're prepared in that way, so that you've got the equipment with you on your driveway to get rid of the snow. And they'll get out and do it first thing in the morning. And the snowplows come, I think twice a day when it's pretty bad. I'm not 100% sure, but I see it like twice a day. I'm pretty sure they come first thing in the morning and like later on in the afternoon. And every town will have one. And obviously they come and push all the snow out of the way. The next thing is, instead of using salt like we use in the UK, they use sand. And so we know that when we put the salt down, if it's just cold, then it just ices over the top and it doesn't help. And obviously, you know, it's not the best for the environment, and it can give dogs and their paws, you know, it can burn their paws. While here in Finland, they use sand. And it doesn't just melt and cause more ice, you know, actually it allows grip. It's completely safe for the animals, and they reuse it. So once the snow sort of starts to go, they'll come back and they'll clean it up and then they'll put it away for next year. So that's a major difference as well. Things like having snow tyres. I think in the UK, I think they should be more available. I think people should start having them in the winter, because having snow tyres has changed our life, to be honest. It's such a small thing, but it really has made such a difference. They're pretty cheap out here, and nearly every person will have them. They'll put them on, obviously when it comes to wintertime, and I'll put a picture up in a second of what they'll look like. But they're just tyres with studs in, that just grip into the ice basically and stop you sliding. You can slide just a tiny little bit now and again, but you're still in control, and you don't lose control basically. Like, I'm quite an anxious driver, and I was really worried about driving on the ice and in the snow, and I'm not worried at all. It's so easy. So that's like a really, really big thing that I found. Things like as well, having the engine heaters in the cars is crazy. So every car will have, inside the actual engine is something that you can plug into a pole or into something at your home that gets the engine warm before you go to try and start your car. So therefore you're not trying to just come out and the car's dead and the battery won't work and all this, that and the other because it's so cold. So that's quite a cool invention that we had no idea about until we came to Finland. That makes total sense. Another thing is just having the right clothing. So when you're going out, is just having a really good coat, a really good pair of shoes, some thermal socks, a really good hat, glove and scarves, and and some thermal leggings for me, or some underthermals if you're like male or don't want to wear leggings. And then you can just literally go out in a jumper and a coat and a pair of shoes. You've not got to, you know, put 6 layers on like you would normally do in the UK. That's a major thing. I did buy a coat in the UK that was for up to -30, and that's the only coat I've worn this whole entire time. It's really, really good. And I had some snow boots gifted to me by Seb's mum, that I've only worn them as well. They've been really good. So definitely having a really good pair, like a really good set of clothes that you can wear makes such a difference. Another thing that has literally saved our butts like endlessly amounts is having these ice rubber ice shoes that go over your shoes. I'm not sure what they're called. They're like just sit over the top of your shoes, that have studs in them, so when you go walking, like if we take the dog out and it's obviously icy on the path, you're not slipping everywhere. Because I literally went out the other day, and if I hadn't had them on, I would have just been like literally like an ice rink. So that's a really, really big thing, and they're really cheap, but it's such, you know, it's something that definitely is a must-have for me now. Things like getting out as well, having activities to do is crazy. So here they have the ice rinks, and they'll have, in the summer, they'll have like an ice rink area that they build, that's just normally either like asphalt or gravel or something, and then in the winter they'll use water and they'll just freeze it into an actual ice rink, and normally they do the big field as well. So here there's the ice rink that's quite small, and then you've got the actual field that's completely been made into an ice rink as well, and it's free to use, it's open 24 hours. They'll come and Zambodi it as well if there's snow on there, which is really, really good because it's an activity that you can get out and enjoy and do, and it's free, and it's just a bit of fun. So we go quite often, just to skate. Seb goes and plays a bit of hockey. There's always a hockey game going on with the people there, you know. That's another really nice thing. It's a community thing. People will go and just, you know, start a nice hockey game with kids from ages like 6 right up to adults over 50, you know. So and it's all been, you know, people respect it and respect the place, and it's a really good thing to have, I think. And also the cross-country running tracks here get turned into cross-country skiing tracks. So there's also that bit as well. You've also got ice swimming that you can do in the lakes and on the lakes. You can go ice skating on the lakes as well if they're deemed safe. Things like just walking on there, ice fishing, sledging. You know, there's quite a few different activities that you wouldn't really get to do in the UK that it's just normal here. So that definitely helps, because obviously, you know, it's a dark and hard winter, and if you don't have something to go out and do and look forward to, then it can have an effect on your mental health. So we've definitely been making a point of going out for walks and using the ice rinks and things like that. But other things, like just everything else is still open. Even you know, with Corona, obviously there's a few things that are shut, but without Corona, everything's still kept open. The pubs are open, the shops are open, the schools are left open, the clubs, swimming halls, the indoor ice rinks, zoos, everything is kept open. So you do have, you know, places to go, which is just such a difference to the UK. And yeah, like apart from that, that's all I can think about really that's a difference to the UK. You know, we thought we were going to struggle definitely with adapting to a harsh winter. You know, you hear all these stories, and it's really not been that hard. As long as you follow all the guidelines, you know, take heed of everything that people suggest, then it's just like living in the UK, just a little bit colder and a little bit snowier. And we're actually really enjoying the winter. You know, I'm a winter baby and I enjoy winter over summer, but Seb isn't, and we were worried a bit more about how Seb was going to adapt, and it's been fine. He's been absolutely fine, not struggled at all. You know, we still go and see our friends, so you know, it looks really harsh, but it's not, and we're really enjoying this experience. And you know, unless you go up to somewhere like Lapland that's like literally minus, you know, 30 every single day, then obviously, you know, it's a bit harder. But here, more down the south, absolutely fine. So that's our video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna put a video up next of just what I would normally put on to go outside. That just shows, you know, what I've bought. I will tag where I got everything from. And yeah, hope you enjoy this video.